Welcome back, Critterpit
Welcome back.
Nation.
It's the Seventh Samurai today.
Yeah.
We actually watched this movie not 3 weeks ago.
We're back at it in the studio.
Yep, in the studio. We got Jake with us, a producer.
You know, they say most podcasts don't go past the first episode.
Yeah, and here we are, recording episode 2.
Back at it. Yeah. They thought they got us.
They did. They thought they got us. They'll never get us. We'll
We're
never
back.
stop.
So, who's with us?
We got Jake Robb with us in the studio, live in the studio.
You want to introduce yourself?
Yo, what's up?
Tell us about yourself.
It's Jake Robb, one of the most impressive filmmakers you'll ever see. And today we're talking about Seven Samurai.
Well, you aren't.
Which I haven't seen.
You're just here.
I'm just here because of my filmmaking skills.
Yeah,
Jake,
whenever we have a question about the film in terms of the technical aspects, we'll throw to Jake.
Jake
But
will
I
be a
think-
recurring character
Yeah.
on these casts, so we thought it would be nice to
He's actually in the studio today.
get him in there. Get him
He's
in there
really there
nice
with us.
and early. Mr. Robb.
Yeah.
Well, sure, one day he'll be on here.
Yeah, we'll have a third microphone because
Yeah.
there is a slot for a third mic. I just don't have one.
And a fourth, or just a third?
The fourth is just it's not a fourth.
So
It's
3 is our max.
3 is our max for this system.
Okay.
We could get a
Cool.
bigger mixer.
Once
could
we start
get-
getting like sponsors and stuff, we'll
Oh yeah, it was funny
we'll
because
upgrade.
I threw the first one on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Oh, wow.
And everything. And on Apple Podcasts, they have a built-in thing where you can like get people to subscribe and like buy like pay for your podcast every
We got
month.
that set up.
No, I didn't set that up. But
I'm sure we'll get
yeah.
fucking subs.
And you can do that for like Spotify. We can get sponsorships.
That's
and
awesome.
everything. Like I'll
Well-
show you our RSS feed.
I'm not in this for the money.
Like yeah, so we have all that, but we can monetize with
Damn.
Apple subscriptions. You can
Damn.
ask for donations,
Damn.
Find
Okay, guys,
sponsors.
you heard it here first.
and then eventually we
Donate.
can put ads in. Once
We need
get
money.
enough, people listening.
We need money.
Which I'm sure we
guys.
will, because currently I believe we have 2 views on our first
Damn,
podcast
I haven't
on
even
YouTube.
I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's both
Oh,
me.
It says subscription. Join in Ethan as we talk about Criterion's #1 release.
Oh yeah,
Grand
that's
Illusion.
the description for this one. And then
Damn.
I think the general description
Damn.
for our YouTube channel is like
Creator.
I forget what it is, but
I'm glad we're doing this live.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Just a couple of movie watching critters stuck in a pit, watching every
single
single-
Criterion.
Nice,
release.
guys. We're getting
Yeah.
official. We have a YouTube,
We have a YouTube. I made a little
Spotify. We
logo.
should throw our letter boxes in the subscription.
Yeah. Yeah, and I made an animation for our first one.
Here, you want to go back to the thing? I accidentally turned off my mic. I want to see if it's still.
Oh. It'll still be good if you turn it back on.
Okay, we're chilling. Cool.
We're chilling.
So, how you been, Samuel?
I've been pretty good. It's been a weekend.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a lot has changed since we recorded the first one,
Everything's changed, man.
but also
Everything's changed.
Yeah.
Everything is constantly changing.
Yeah. So, what did you think of Seven Samurai? Can you give me a plot synopsis of it?
I love Seven Samurai.
That's great. What's it about?
All 7 of them.
All 7. Unite the
It's-
7.
Yeah, justice has a number.
I mean, this movie's asking to be remade.
right?
My original Letterboxd review, but I forgot it until right now, was I think Chris Pratt would be great in this movie.
I think he would be too.
Because, of course, he was in this movie
He was
several years later.
Same with Denzel Washington and
Yes.
Ethan Hawke.
So, have you seen that version of this?
I was going to watch all of them,
Okay, and then you
But-
didn't.
but then I'm like,
I'm curious to know how many characters die in the
Maybe
Chris
I'll-
Pratt version.
maybe I'll watch them before next week. Oh yeah, Jake, we're gonna spoil all of this, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's a spoiler discussion.
Yeah.
In the Critter
All
Pit.
of these are pretty spoiler discussions, because
But yeah,
I
plot
think we just don't think
synopsis.
about it.
It's a great film. It's about this poor farming village in 16th century Japan getting raided, just getting fucked. Sucks to be a
Every
farmer.
year,
Bandits are coming. They see them on the horizon, and they're like, "We'll be back." When they-
literally on
when
the
the
horizon.
rice,
Yeah.
it's coming, and so they're like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do?" So they opt to go hire some samurai to defend the village.
Yeah.
And hilarity ensues.
Hilarity doesn't.
It's a funny fucking.
It's
movie.
way funnier than I thought it would be.
Wait,
more
have
than
you seen this before?
I have. I watched it
Okay.
in high school.
So we both seen it before.
Yeah. This is my
I
second
also
viewing
watched
of this
it
film.
in high school. It's my second viewing as well.
I watched it like in a class. It was pretty
Mm.
cool.
I just watched it because
You heard it's one of the greats.
it's pretty underrated, actually. Indie gem.
An indie gem. Nobody's heard of this movie.
We might get it out there.
Yeah. Well, I
With
mean,
this.
that's really why we're recording these, because we
Yeah.
want to get these
Criterion
small...
Collection, it needs us.
Yeah, it needs us to promote it, really.
But man, this is a dope film. Before we begin on an official discussion, I want to ask you, how many of them can you name?
I wrote down all the names.
Okay, no, don't look.
I can't
wanna
look at
see-
my notes.
No,
I cannot name a single one.
not a single one.
Because I wrote them down because I knew that I needed to because I wasn't gonna be able to remember them.
Okay, here, I'm gonna say them. I want to see if you can close that.
Okay.
It's a game. I want to see if you can.
I don't think they
attribute-
name all of them though.
They do.
Okay, then I missed some for sure.
A few of them they don't name them immediately, but they
Yeah.
do drop their names. Who is Kanbei?
Kanbei is the leader guy,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Who is Katsushiro?
That's Torishi, the Yojimbo guy, right? Kick. Yeah.
That's the apprentice,
Okay.
the young kid.
That's the one I thought I didn't
Also,
name.
I'm fluent in Japanese, so all these pronunciations,
All our pronunciations are going to be great.
perfect.
We're two white
Perfect.
Alberta boys.
Bird boys. Okay, who is Gorabe?
I have no idea.
He is the giant. That's the only
The giant.
characterization.
No, isn't he the expert swordsman / giant?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Who is Heihachi? My favorite, personal favorite.
Well, if it's a guess on your personal favorite,
Yeah.
is he the friend of the main guy?
No.
Is he the cool badass guy
No.
who? Okay.
He's the woodshop samurai.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that guy.
He's trained in the.
He's
art
like
of woodshop.
he's introduced and he's like he's not very good, but
Yeah.
he'll raise our spirits.
Exactly.
And he dies first. But I love him.
He
He's
does.
such a jokester. He designs the flag.
I love that flag. It's
The woodchop samurai. I just love that.
Yeah.
It's such a funny characterization. Who is Kiku Uchio?
that's
Uchiyo.
our boy.
That's our boy.
Yeah.
That's the best guy.
Yeah.
He is unironically the best, so I love him so much.
Yeah.
Who is Kyozo?
He must be the master guy, right? Who's
Yeah, the badass.
yeah.
And then who is Shichiroji?
Running out of samurai that I remember in this film.
That's the friend.
That's the friend. Okay.
That's the buddy.
Yeah.
Those are the
I like-
boys.
yeah, they're the boys, and they just.
And we also have
they do
Shino, Manzo, Rikichi, and Yohei,
it. Yohei. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Yohei's name.
which are some of the peasants.
Yeah.
But damn.
And the old man and grandma.
Oh, the elder, the grandma. So many, this movie is one of the few 3.5-hour movies up there with Irishman that I'm like, damn, it earns every second of runtime.
I agree. This movie earns every second of runtime.
I get
nothing
so
that-
immersed in this film.
Yeah, I
It's
agree. I was
so
as well.
baller,
I
dude.
stopped taking notes halfway through
Yeah.
because I was like,
I didn't
I'm
take
just
notes until
immersed.
2 hours in.
Okay, so we have
know?
opposite notes. I took notes
Because
for the
I
first
was like,
2
I,
hours.
was,
and
I
then-
realized how invested I'm on. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I should scribble some stuff down because
Yeah.
it's enthralling. You
It
get
is.
so wrapped up in those characters.
Yeah.
You know?
and
And the characterization,
they're all great, and then each of them is
I think-
unique and
the buddy, Shirajoji, Chiroji is probably the only one. I'm like, maybe a little more. But
Yeah.
still, he serves a really great plot point and foil kind of
Mhm.
point.
He-
Parallel, I guess.
yeah,
But it's fascinating. I was reading about the movie. Kurosawa had all of them mapped out, all the characters.
Yeah.
Their favorite foods, who they are,
That's
what
great.
they'd wear. And
I love when
think it
filmmakers
really
do that.
shows.
Yeah.
Even the peasants, he'd map out their family trees.
yeah,
So it was just really deep characterization. I
That's
think that
really
really
cool.
shows. Even some of the peasant characters, like Rikichi, just that really bold peasant who gets it all rolling. He's the one who's we should hire these samurai.
yeah, samurai.
We
yeah,
should stand up for ourselves.
yeah.
I love it. And he's running out and fucking killing them.
I really
Super
like the
bold.
old man as well, who's like, we only need 4 samurais. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, of course, I only said 4. Because if I
Yeah.
had said 10, you would have got 15.
He has a great theme associated with him.
yeah.
He has that
The-
really creepy ooh.
Yes, he does, and even just because he lives in a mill,
And just
the drum of the mill
Yeah, I
just
love that.
constantly. It's great.
Okay, I need to do my rendition of the main theme. I forgot to do that. I was gonna start the cast with that.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
It's a great theme.
I love it so much.
And
it's so baller.
It's not overused either.
Mhm.
It's for a 3.5-hour movie. You could
It's so
see
badass.
that being constantly used. But I
I
think
know.
the last hour
Like-
of that movie, there's no music.
It's such a badass movie.
Yeah,
So many,
very badass.
You can see how this movie is just so foundational for
yeah,
so many action movies, the slow-mo shots.
yeah.
Like
There was
the final
way more
stand
of
in
that.
the rain. You
Yeah.
know,
In the rain,
epic.
we did not win this battle.
I know. We'll get to that, but it's just it's incredible. Its impact cannot be understated.
Yep.
It's just so much going on.
I love the 3 little greasers in the inn.
I know. Just chirping.
Yeah,
You know?
the whole time. They're
Yeah,
like,
like, you
these
guys
fucking
suck."
guys are so poor.
And it's pretty like
All they eat is millet.
just it can be attributed to the runtime, how long it is, but like you feel that desperation because
Yes.
it takes them a while to get anyone.
I think you feel that in the performances as well. Like everybody in this movie is incredible.
It's just depressing.
I mean,
at start.
especially our boy. What's his
Toshiro.
name? Yeah, Toshiro.
Toshiro Mifune.
Yeah,
he's perfect.
He's
in this.
incredible in this.
Just
and like,
the best. That character is what makes this movie.
yeah, and we
so
we had
good.
watched Yojimbo not too long ago. Yojimbo, if you will.
Yojimbo, yeah.
He's completely different. He's still like a samurai man with no name, but it's like
He just
the
has
opposite
He
of
has
what
an
he is in
excellent
Yu-Gi-Oh.
swagger to him in this.
Yes,
like I was
well,
reading.
he's like Gollum. Like the way
Yeah.
he moves is like he's just like
he
a
often-
little creature.
I was reading about his performance, and he would like just have animals in the back of his mind for his various like movements. He'd like move like a tiger,
Yeah.
you know, or like a monkey.
You
at
definitely
various
see
points.
that. Like
And
whenever
it's
he's in
so
the
good. He's so compelling in this.
yes, he's incredible in
Like
this. And,
thematically, we'll get to the themes later on, but like
Yeah.
thematically, for the action, for the arcs, he's just everything.
yeah,
You know, he's kind of that connective tissue between the peasants and the
peasants and the
samurai.
people. Yeah,
And it's awesome, and it's so tragic.
It
so
is.
depressing, dude.
his character
He
is
dies
just
with
incredible.
his ass out.
Yeah,
And
he
I
does.
think it's so powerful.
It's perfect for him.
Hmm
That's how he lived as well.
It's beautiful.
Loved how he like just stole a family tree.
I
And he's
know.
like, dude, I am a samurai. Look at that. Haha, you're 13.
Kiko Ochio. It's not even his real name.
Nope.
That's a fake. That's a
And
name he
they
stole.
ask him what his real name is, and he says he doesn't have
even
one.
remember.
Yeah, it's
I love him.
crazy.
He's so compelling. He's
Yeah.
just like, Tashiro's so good. And he's like a wild dog, you know?
Yeah.
Just trying to like prove himself.
He is. And
Like
he's
that
he's
whole
always
scene where
following
he's
them.
like following them.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love when he catches like a fish
Yeah.
as well. And they're all just watching
I was
him.
reading about that scene. He'd keep the fish in his loincloth.
Oh.
And they'd go down, and they had to like redo it like 3 times because it kept getting away.
Yeah.
Because it was so
It's
slippery.
a real fish.
Yeah. It
Wow.
was awesome, man.
That's
It's
incredible.
So compelling. I love that character so much.
Yeah.
One of the best of all time.
I would
Like,
agree.
And I love even in the characterization of like he wears so much more armor than anyone else. Everyone else wears no armor. He has the biggest sword,
What
and
is
he
it?
like awkwardly holds it
Huge
over his
sword.
shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, lumbering around.
Yep.
One of the best like physical performances ever, I think.
I agree. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's physical, but it's not like it. It's not like slapstick. It almost is. He almost
It's a
is
bit
a slapstick character.
Like the scene where
but it's
Heihachi
like-
steals his sword in the inn at the very beginning, and they're like running around it,
yes.
and he's like wasted.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude.
It's great. But he fits in the movie so well, and he meshes with all the
I know.
characters.
Originally, it was gonna be 6 samurai, and he was like cast in it, and he was looking at everyone else, and he's like, "We need like a jester character. We
Yeah.
need someone because everyone else is so serious."
So
We
he
need-"
brought that.
yeah, he brought
That's
a lot
interesting
of
that wasn't
Mhm.
in the original idea
Mhm.
because he's so like fundamental. It seems
Yeah.
too.
Oh, it's
the
so
plot.
good. Like just the triangle on the flag.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. That scene in the windmill where he's like, "This baby is me.
Yeah.
This is who I am." It's tragic.
Oh, I love
like
him.
that burning windmill in the background. He's just breaking down. The
Yeah.
mom just collapsed. It's powerful, man.
And him also like as the connective tissue to the farmer, right? He's the one who gets the farmers to like come out and like embrace the samurai
Yeah.
when he rings the alarm,
know.
and then he's like,
He's-
"Oh, of course! Like now you guys
Yeah.
need us." Like,
He's running around, and I love like just the ideas he brings up with the peasants.
yes,
The way he's like, it's so morally complex, which I had forgotten
Yeah.
about completely. You know,
Yeah.
like these peasants, they do horrible
they're
stuff.
killers.
Samurais do horrible stuff.
Yeah.
It's like there's no noble Bushido code.
Yeah,
It's just a lawless, horrible time
Yeah.
where everyone's just getting fucked on. Like the bandits and samurai, the line's really blurred.
Mhm.
You know, it's
Exactly.
a really interesting contention.
they're all fighting. Like even though they brought these samurai to like
Mhm.
like in the final battle scenes, like there's no like big hero samurai shots, right? It's all
Yeah.
the peasants and the samurai like fighting together.
Yeah.
And
And it's not one final battle, not one big fight. Which
No,
is
no.
why I wish I did watch the Magnificent Sevens to see if they have that traditional big climax
Yeah.
kind of vibe to it. Because in this, it's a battle of attrition.
yes,
You know, it's
just
it's a
keeps
numbers
going.
game. The bandits aren't characterized at all. It's like they're just numbers.
Yeah.
13 left, 7 left.
Yeah.
You know,
12 over there. We
Yeah.
got one with the arrow.
it's awesome. Oh yeah, and I love that scene with Kyozo where he runs against the musket. So
Yeah.
badass. He just sprints out,
Yeah.
comes back in the morning
got
with
it.
it. And just to parallel that with Kikyocho, I'm just going to call him Toshiro.
Yep.
Toshiro, when he tries to get it, and he just fucks it all up because he leaves his post and they
Yep.
get through and people die. Gorabe dies there,
Yep.
I believe.
Yes.
And all the deaths, man, they hit so hard.
Every time, yeah.
Mhm.
You're like, oh my god, like you really care about these characters. You've spent so long with them.
Yeah. And speaking of Kurosawa trademarks, man, all the like weather patterns,
Yep.
all the like, and all the shots of the mound, of the burial
wind.
mounds, all the wind passing through. It's so solemn.
I
you know?
noticed in the scene where they find, or like they're talking, or initially going to get the old samurai at the beginning, when like a bandit has gone into a farm or whatever and he's kidnapped
Yeah.
a child with him.
Oh yeah, that scene
I
is
noticed
so good.
you only hear the child with the wind. Like
Ooh,
the wind
interesting.
carries the child's calls as well.
I love
thought
that.
that was interesting. And
Another
Listen-
great character there, Kanbei. He's awesome.
yeah,
I heard when he was casting this movie, Kurosawa was like, that guy. He's the only one who could do it.
Yeah.
And I've seen him before somewhere.
he looks familiar, but I couldn't
He's in
name him.
Tokyo Story, I believe.
Okay, I haven't seen that one. but
Ozu's. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
Get there
eventually.
pretty soon, I think. Isn't Tokyo Story coming up?
I think Good Morning's before then. That's like in the 80s.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Good mornings, right there. Yeah,
hey, shout out.
shout out.
It's awesome. Kanbei, such a good character. It's such like awesome characterization.
Mhm.
That opening scene with him, where and I don't know anything about Japanese culture, especially during this
No, me
time.
neither.
But the hair must be like super important. Just the
Yeah.
way they're all shaved back.
Well,
That's
except-
a crazy look. But
Except for Toshiro, right? He has a full head of hair. Yeah,
It must be something. I think the bigger the dome,
I
the
think
more
so.
like prestigious or noble or whatever,
Yeah.
more acclaimed samurai you are.
that's in Yojimbo as well.
Yeah,
think he's
because
got the-
the kid Katsushiro, the youngest,
Mhm.
he has,
a little bit.
but he still has the front.
Yeah,
And then Kanbei, it's such a striking image, him shaving his head
yeah.
bald to like go save
It
this
kind of
kid.
shows like the length and just
Mhm.
how good of a samurai
Yeah,
and just
he's
how good of a
awesome.
character he is. Right?
He's definitely like one of my favorite characters as well.
Yeah,
He's so good in this. Just
Yeah.
he's wistful, you know,
he is.
and he gets it all. He gets the whole ball rolling with all this, you know.
Hmm. He's there. He gets the whole team together,
Mhm.
and it's because of him and like his charisma, right? That a
Yeah.
lot of them joined. They're like, I don't really care about the farmers, but like I kind of want to work with you. Like you seem
Yeah.
like a cool guy.
It's awesome.
Yeah. There's
Ugh.
so many samurai just walking around this
I
town.
know.
Though. I was wondering how
I love
like
those
true
shots
that is.
of just following them,
Yeah,
and it would like snap to a different one.
Yeah.
I love those shots, man.
like overwhelmed by how many.
And I'd forgotten most of the characters' faces in this, so I'm like,
Mhm.
are any of these the guys?
Who's
But
it gonna
no.
be? Yeah,
Technically, they're Ronin, bro.
yeah.
Masterless samurai should be called Seven Ronin.
Well, although do they end up having a master with our boy? Does he become their master? Would you say?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Are they bound to him? I don't know.
They kind
it
of
seems
are.
like they could
They-
leave anytime.
They could, but I think that they have an allegiance to him in
Mhm.
a way.
When I was first watching this, I thought someone was going to abandon ship, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No, they're all very loyal.
Did you notice that all four of the samurai die by musket?
Really? Oh, I didn't
Or
notice
not
that.
four, yeah, all four. All four
Yeah.
die by musket.
Yeah. And then
Heihachi
showing
gets
the-
shot when they're raiding the place. Gorabe gets gunned down, and
Mhm.
Kyozo and
Torishu.
Toshiro
Toshiro. Yeah.
both get shot down in the
Yeah.
final battle.
That's interesting. That's a
which
good
is,
point.
And when they shoot the musket, they never hit.
No.
Like when Toshiro shoots it, he completely misses.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting commentary too. There's a lot of
That, like-
commentary there on culture and
Yeah.
samurai.
Bringing in new culture as well, right?
Mhm.
To Japan, where I don't think traditionally they would have had guns,
No, but that's something you also see in Yojimbo. That
Yep.
just like that.
It's the same theme.
Literally the creeping gun out of the
Yeah.
like jacket.
In Yojimbo, though, it's a lot. I don't know. The gun feels like sillier to me.
It's
Because the
definitely
way
more
it's
playful.
used, it's like, haha, I've got a
Yeah.
gun.
It's creepy. I find that guy really creepy in that movie.
Hmm. He looks like well, I guess I'm talking about Yojimbo now, but he looks like such like a noble guy. I don't know why. Like,
Oh, I just find
I don't
him
find
creepy.
him. I don't find him that
that
creepy. I
the
find him to be,
eyebrows
like,
he has.
the brother character, where he's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
He's creepy looking. He looks like a villain, dude.
I think he looks like a villain, but he looks like dignified in a way.
I guess because he's up next against that like
Yeah, that's
really
true.
dumb character.
Yeah.
Which is another one of my all-time favorites. I love that bit where we're just talking about Jimbo
Yeah.
now, where he's like going out and he's like because they're like, we're gonna bury this body. I need your help to carry this. And when he gets there, he's like, hey, let me help you dig the grave. Right? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna leave you out here.
Yeah.
I love that. It's awesome.
Uh,
Pure Sawbones, man. Great at characterization.
great at nice characters.
Good characters.
In like crazy worlds. Very
Yeah.
nice characters.
Do you have anything to say about the other ones then? Like
The other
Katsushiro,
samurai?
he has the whole like romance,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
It is
I'd say
interesting.
that's probably one of the flaws of the movie. How
Yeah,
little that
it's-
female character is characterized. Shino.
Yeah.
She has
and,
like nothing really. Other
does
than
have nothing.
Being an
Being-
object, pretty much.
it would have been interesting if they kind of pushed, like if they did like a Mulan thing where it's like her father does actually make her fight. It's like he would rather see her
Yeah.
fight in this than like
Yeah,
he's just so paranoid about these samurai.
I do
Like,
really like that subplot though. It says
Yeah.
so much about like just culture and class.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep.
Where you just strictly forbidden these two to get together. And I
Yeah.
love all those shots.
But
in
it's
those
also,
flower
like,
fields. It's so nice.
The father, it's Yohei's her father, right? Or is it
I think it's Manzo.
Man's? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He fully expects
You
that the
wanna fact check
samurai.
that, Jake? Yeah.
He fully expects the samurai to just come in and like
Yeah.
pillage.
I
Basically,
kind of got
right?
like, this is going to be a weird comparison, but Dogville vibes. It's
Yeah.
like, that's your concern?
Yeah.
Really? You're
Like-
getting 7 samurai to essentially protect you for
protect you
free,
from and
and all this small town
they
squabbling.
do constantly kind of bring up where it's like, or not constantly, but like it's brought up a couple times where it's like, well, the bandits might not be coming or whatever, and they're like, what a waste this whole thing has
Yeah.
been.
It's like very cynical.
Yeah,
I
it is
feel,
very
towards
cynical.
All. It's like
All the
it's-
farmers are, and I feel like people are like that, where they're like,
Mhm.
fuck, like we wasted all this shit, and they're
Yeah.
not even coming, and
It's
it's like,
just like not thinking.
well,
of
you
the
don't
big picture,
understand like this.
right? Thinking
The
of those really
consequence would be so much
short-term,
worse.
greed
Like you're
stuff.
hiding your daughter from these samurai that you've known, and they all seem to be like incredibly
Yeah.
like noble, like
For the
very
most
good
part.
people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even know if that character would have known that the 7th guy is following, if
Mhm.
because he kind of went before
Yeah.
he joined.
So,
So,
but that's his only concern.
it's his only concern.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's,
And I love
it's
how the elder
understandable,
scolds
but-
him. It's like, that's your concern,
Yeah, like
dude.
you fucking
Get
idiot.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah. That guy's ridiculous.
and then that just creates the whole town to
And
be
that-
like super paranoid about
yeah,
these
they don't even
samurais.
come out
Yeah,
when they get there. It's like that scene was making me mad. It's like, you guys,
Yeah.
come on.
they talk about like, oh, it's like we've wasted so much rice on these samurai. Like,
Not
yeah.
enough, maybe, you guys. You got
Yeah.
freaking Kyozo and Kambe. Those
got
guys are badasses.
so lucky to get these people.
Such badasses,
Yeah.
you know? Like Kyozo, that dude's a master.
hmm
He's so cool. Like,
I love how he's just like in a field, right? He's just like, I'm just doing this shit for the challenge of it.
yeah,
right?
he's
like,
just. That's something I find really interesting in the movie, the motivations for each of them.
mhm.
You know? Like Kikyocho, Toshiro, it's like proving himself.
Yep.
Katsushiro also proving himself with
Mhm.
his master. Kambe, it's kind of like he kind of wants to die.
Yeah,
Like one final glorious
big battle.
noble fight. And that's
Yep.
the thing, it's noble. It's a
Yep.
noble cause. I get
it's
the
a
vibes.
very noble cause.
Him and Shichiro Oji. It's like
That's his friend, right?
yeah, that's his
Yeah.
buddy. It's like it's just something to die in.
Yeah.
Which they don't get their wish. They keep on going.
They keep surviving, and it's funny that they're the ones that survive, right? And-
Hachi, the comedy guy, does he have any? I guess he just wants food, pretty much.
Yeah,
'cause
he's just
chopping
hungry.
wood.
He's the starving
He's-
samurai
he's
that
the
they
best.
find.
He's just starving.
Yeah.
I love that. And then you have Gorabe. He doesn't really get. He seems
No.
like he just finds it amusing.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's just chuckling.
Yeah, he is just laughing. So much of this movie is just characters laughing.
I know, and I love it. I laugh with them. But
Yeah.
then it's so depressing. And then Kyozo, as we mentioned, is just, I want to hone my skills, right?
Yep.
I want to become the ultimate badass.
Yep,
And he is.
and he already is the ultimate badass.
R.I.P. to the goat.
Yeah, he's like, don't fight me with this sword. Like,
Yeah.
Just keep living, dude.
Just keep. Come
Yeah.
on. You'll
yeah,
die.
You'll die for
He
sure.
does.
You're gonna die.
It seems so awesome too when he like falls down in like the slow motion.
Yeah,
So sick.
the use of slow motion in this is really
Yeah.
interesting. It doesn't feel choppy.
No, it feels like really. They use it like 2 or 3 times,
Yeah,
and each time it feels really pointed and specific.
I was wondering, do you know how they did that? Like, was
No
there a
clue.
cinematic technique where they were able to? Because I was just thinking, like, technically,
Yeah,
you
how
just
would
have
you
to
do
film
that?
it faster, and
Yeah.
then you'd project it at 24.
Mhm.
But
I know
he must
Kurosawa
just-
used multiple cameras.
yeah, he must have
famously.
made.
I think this was the first movie he actually did that for.
He must have made a camera that like was for slow mo.
Yeah,
And I was wondering if that was one of the first ever.
He pioneered a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I was reading about the production of this movie, and it seems like a nightmare.
I would imagine
It went
This movie's
4 times
wet.
over budget.
Yeah,
Was constantly getting like pulled. Apparently, Kurosawa. There's this anecdote where he's like, anytime Toho, which is a studio who made this, it's like the big studio, right?
Yep.
In Japan, anytime they like pulled it, it's like stop. We can't do this. He would just go and fish because he's like, we spent so much money, they will continue it.
yeah,
Just so funny, just that confidence.
yeah.
I love it.
They can't stop now.
And like, think about that final scene in the rain. That was filmed in February.
Oh my god! So it would have been so cold.
It was so
right?
cold. Toshiro Mifune, he
Although
describes
actually,
this.
is it summer in Japan in February?
I don't think so
Okay.
because he describes it as the coldest he's ever been.
I
Because
would
they're just in the
imagine.
sandals in the cold mud. All
Yeah.
the mud was like
It's so wet.
frozen.
The whole village is so wet,
Yeah.
especially during those fights because they've got everything flooded and
Yeah, just nightmare.
Yeah.
Kurosawa had like a breakdown when they're doing the scene where they're burning all the like houses across.
yeah.
He's just it sounds like a disaster.
But I mean, would you say it's worth it?
Oh, yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, 4 times over budget, man.
I mean, I love this movie so much, and just the cinematography of it.
It's so striking.
I was like, I was thinking a lot about The Whale because I just watched a review of The Whale right
Yeah.
before I watched this, and how the characters move in frame in The Whale, and it feels so much like they're moving in frame to get to the next position.
Mhm.
In this movie, characters move, and they get to the next position, and it's beautiful, but it feels more motivated.
Yeah.
Like but everything
they
is for
still
the frame.
move kind of like theatrically.
Yeah, but everything
like,
is so for the frame.
it's so
like
framed so excellently.
the
Like,
movie uses
like
like
this-
mid-ground, background, foreground
yeah,
so
perfect
well.
example of that. It was this scene where they're burning the windmill and Kikyocho, he runs out to go get the kid because he sent the fucking mom and
Yeah.
her kid out to get the elder.
Just be quick.
Right?
As they're
And there's
tearing
a
the
scene
bridge down
where he
too.
he jumps over the barricade and runs out, and Kanbei runs across, and you see this opening, and they stop there and see him running, and it's like such precise framing and
Yeah.
timing. It's like it's so cool how he uses all these layers.
And like how do they
foreground, midground, and background?
how do you do that, right? Where it's like
He
you
just
must
had an eye for it, I guess. You know?
It's so crazy to be able to just do that without
Yeah.
I don't know, like if I were to do that, I have to rehearse that like 100
Yeah.
times to make sure that everything gets to the perfect position, and
It's an
you're doing it
astounding
with like a
film.
crowd sometimes
Yeah,
as well.
So many people. It's so big.
It's so big. This movie's huge.
Man.
It's incredible that this movie is like
I wish
exists.
I wish like the village still existed. It must like be gone by now.
I would
Surely.
imagine it.
You want to
It's
research
tiny.
that, Jake? Does the Seven Samurai Village exist?
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't, but
Yeah.
it'd be so cool to visit that
Yeah.
because it's such a cool locale. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
get so intimate with the village.
Yep. Well, both villages, right? Like the village
Mhm, yeah.
that they go get the samurai in, and then the
It's really cool.
village where they live.
Kurosawa does so much.
Yeah.
With it,
He's a genius. The
He is.
cinematography is incredible.
he's the goat.
I wrote down the cinematographer's name. I'll shout him out. I'm sure. That,
Yeah, let's get a shout out for this guy.
Yeah. Shout out for the cinematography, Asaksu Nakai. I'm sure that I
Shout
pronounced it
out.
perfectly.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Built for the film. The Japanese fishing village was built at Port Taranaki Kai for the film,
Does
just to
this
be burnt down as a part of the movie.
Shout out.
part of it was burnt down?
Part of it.
I'm guessing it's all gone now.
No wonder that.
Damn.
No wonder that movie
That's a
went
shame.
4 times over budget.
Yeah.
You're building a whole like.
Apparently, Godzilla came out the same year,
Really?
and Samurai 1, which is
This
like
was-
coming up in two movies from
Yeah.
now.
1957.
40,
right?
54.
54.
Yeah.
54.
I
Okay.
got the day right this time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
crazy.
When we told Nick that we were going to watch this movie, I didn't do any research on this, but this is my first bullet point. Nick said that he watched a 4-hour version of this
Yeah,
film.
you want to research that, Jake? Is
Yeah.
there an extended cut of Seven Samurai?
And I was just thinking, like, what would you like add to this?
because it's so perfectly
it's,
paced.
it's perfectly paced.
Which
and, like
is
I feel like
a
adding
crazy
to it
thing to
would
say, but it's true.
make it drag. But also, I
Like,
don't
is
know,
there anything you could even see cutting from this?
the loves the that.
But I think that's so important.
I think it is
thematically.
important, but like if I were to cut, like if someone was like, you have to make this a 3-hour movie, I would cut that out probably.
Yeah, true. I'd miss it. It adds so much, man. Just
It does. I mean, I think it is important,
I
and
read this really cool thing how the guy for when they're together, Kurosawa would put a mirror or a light underneath the actors and cast it right in their eyes to get that glint and like sparkles in the actors' eyes.
That's awesome.
And I didn't even notice it, but like it makes so much sense. All those like so much sense. All those scenes of just the longing looks and glares. It's so powerful.
The eye light, right?
And apparently, the actor got like long-term damage in
Really?
his eyes from that, which
That's
is
hilarious.
very, very funny. Another fun fact.
So
Nicholas
Nicholas Lickers lied to us.
Classic.
Potentially. I mean,
Thanks,
'cause
Jamie.
I don't believe that there's an extended version of this movie.
Like this.
I can't imagine.
Everything says 207 minutes.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
short. There's a
Nicholas.
Nicholas Lickers.
We'll grill him on this.
Yeah.
Next time we see him.
If he ever comes on, we're gonna grill him.
Okay, fun fact. All the actors, the surviving 3 actors, they were all the ones to die first in real life, the actors.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, were they the oldest? Like,
No.
no, I guess
No, not even.
Yeah.
But then the last actor to die was the first one to die in the movie, Heihachi. His actor died last.
Shout out.
So that's a fun fact. I love meta contextual stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
that is really interesting. Would have
Sweet.
been crazy if they died in the order that they died in the movie. Though.
That would be nuts. I don't think
Yeah.
it goes that deep. But
Yeah.
It's a fun coincidence.
Yeah. Good for them.
Good for them.
All survivors. I'm gonna have to check out more movies with them. I think especially Toshiro.
Oh, yeah.
I
Toshiro.
watched one of his.
He must be like acclaimed in Japan as the best because even
Yeah.
the West, he's like hailed.
Yes,
You know?
I watched one of his movie. It wasn't a Hollywood movie, but a Canadian production that he was in.
Shout the fuck
Shout out
out.
Canada. Super racist movie. Yeah, it's
Shout
called Shadow of the Wolf.
I've heard of that.
I think it's because I told you about it.
Yeah.
But Donald Sutherland vehicle, terrible film. It's about Inuit people, Inuit
Oh,
culture,
yeah.
and Toshiro plays like an
Oh,
elder
yeah.
of Inuit.
That's awesome.
And it's like Lou Diamond Phillips, who's like Filipino, plays one of the Inuit people.
No real Inuits, I'm guessing.
Some just as like background extras.
There we go. That's a cool poster.
Yeah, Shadow of the Wolf.
Cool poster,
It's
though.
a cool poster, but it's a terrible racist movie. But yeah,
Where you gonna
Toshiro's in it. I think it's one of his last movies because he's
Damn.
quite old.
Yeah, I
But-
think I read that in his biography.
Yeah.
I was reading what he's done.
Yeah. So shout out Canada.
Wait, is he alive? No.
No, I don't think he's alive.
Toshiro Mifune, when he die?
Maybe he's still alive. That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. We need to
No,
get him
this
on
movie
the
came out in
pod.
1954.
Dude.
There's no way.
can
He'd
hope.
be like 100.
Let's see. He died December 24th, 1996.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, pretty
Ah,
awesome.
that's only.
When
He died on
Kurosawa
Christmas
die?
Eve.
When Kurosawa die?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
When did Kurosawa die again?
Let's see.
Dead air.
Also, I know this is okay. Well,
September 6th, 1998 is Kurosawa.
Oh, wow.
that was close to your birthday.
Ooh.
Not that close, but somewhat
Yeah.
close. I know this is early for a call-in, but I told my friend that I would call them, and they have to
Okay.
be somewhere at 10:30. So I'm going to call them
Okay.
now.
I still have a lot to say.
Yeah,
So
we're
this
just
isn't
gonna.
the end,
It's
but
it's a little intermission, just as
Yeah,
the
this is
movie
a
has an
bit we do.
intermission.
So last
Yeah.
time you recommended Sing 2, Jake?
Sing 2, but we heard
should
it as
clarify
Thing
that.
2.
Yeah, it was Sing 2. What'd you guys say it was?
We said it was Thing 2, and we were
Yeah, you
trying to
wanna
debate
talk
what
about
movie
Sing
it
2?
was.
Why?
The Sing 2 is a much better movie than The Thing 2.
Yeah, I'd agree with
Because
that.
Sing 2 has Matthew McConaughey in it. And he's the best.
And Seth MacFarlane.
And Seth MacFarlane
I've heard he
also,
has a nice
and that's
voice.
why Sing 2 is the best movie ever created. But I would say I'm gonna change my.
You
I'm
can't
gonna
do that.
change it.
It's Sing 2.
Your
Next
movie is
call-in.
Sing 2. So okay, we're calling in.
Who's this?
This is Fiona, who goes to
Fiona.
University of Calgary.
Boo. Oh, by the way, this podcast is not associated with RDP in any manner or form.
But it is associated with the University of Calgary.
Yeah. We represent them.
Hi, Fiona. You're
What's up,
on the
Fiona?
pod.
Critterpit Live.
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you. We are talking about the Seven Samurai, and we were wondering if you've seen it.
1954.
Yes, I have seen it. I watched it a while ago, I think.
Excellent film.
What did you think of it? What's your rating out of 5?
10.
I I think I gave it 5 stars. I really
10 out of
liked it. I
10.
remember. I think I had to watch it in 2 sittings because that one is a long one.
It
We
is
don't
a long
condone
one.
that.
Well, luckily there isn't a nice little intermission in it. So
I know. I
there's a
love
perfect,
that. I love that. Babylon needed an intermission. So did Irishman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the intermission. It was nice.
Yeah. And then we have another question for you. What movie would you recommend for the podcast?
Sing 2 is already taken.
What's already taken?
Sing 2.
Sing 2.
Sing 2. Okay, well, I wasn't going to recommend that one.
Sing 1.
Recommendation. Oh, no, you put me on the spot. I think... Oh, I just watched The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, and it was really good. It's like a French
Pull that
new
up,
wave
Jake.
musical, and it inspired La La Land, which I love, and it was
Nice.
really good. So I would
Shout
recommend
out.
that one.
Thank you,
Incredible.
Fiona.
Well, thank you very much for the call. All right.
Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, for sure. Okay,
Bye.
talk to you later. Bye.
See you later.
What'd she say?
I don't even remember. It was a movie I hadn't heard of. Oh, thank God we have
Yeah.
Jake, the producer, here. The Umbrellas of
Okay.
Cherbourg.
When's that come out?
It was in 1964.
And is it on the
1964.
Criterion Collection?
We're shills.
Do you know what
by
time
the
it is?
way. No, yeah, that's the end of the pod.
Okay, it's the end of the pod.
We still have 7 samurai discussions.
Yeah.
It is.
This is a
It
big
is.
intermission right
Okay,
now.
so we will talk about it eventually. Maybe we'll have Fiona on as a guest for that one.
Yeah. Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
Wait, what does that say, Jake?
50% off.
Yeah!
Okay, we're doing it now.
We're doing it now.
Live. Well, not
Well, we're
buying
gonna
right now,
we're gonna buy our stuff at the end of the pod.
but
we're gonna talk
Criterion
about
sales live.
the
We're all
Criterion
buying
sales
stuff.
live.
I'm buying
It's a
all the Cronenbergs
crazy
on
day.
the collections.
Well, we're gonna say what we're gonna buy at the end. Okay,
okay.
that was a
I
brief
spoiled it.
intermission, and now
Yeah,
we're
Seven
back.
Samurai. Sick film. So the themes of this film, it's all about class.
I mean, personally, I didn't think that there was many themes. It was just kind of
Yeah,
like a
it's
straightforward movie about farmers.
it's devoid of
and-
meaning.
Yeah, that's what I loved about it, though.
Yeah, it's
I
a
hate how
political
movies
gem.
like just push their themes on you
Yeah.
now.
Any film with a political thought needs to be shut down.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna buy that one.
But yeah, I think it's all about class, obviously.
Yeah, and class, differences,
Divides.
but also like really highlighting there shouldn't be
Yeah,
because everybody's
it's like,
the same.
Even in
Everybody's
the
a
victory
monster.
in the end, where everyone comes together, they can't even share in the victory.
No.
because it's like this is not our victory. They
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
this is theirs.
It's
Yet
their
we
victory.
survive.
They continue living.
Yeah, I love that. Also,
I would
just,
love to see a sequel to this, The Three Samurai, where they just keep trying to die in battles.
Oh, that'd be
and they
sick.
Keep
But
just
yeah,
surviving.
It's all about class divide, class differences, but it's also, I think, a bit about the dissolution of those noble castes a bit, right?
yes,
Because
definitely.
you have this Bushido code, which is the samurai code,
Yeah.
and it's dissolving.
Yeah,
They're
well,
masterless ronin. They are killers.
they are.
And I
And-
think that's such an interesting thing. Going back to that thought about meta contextualization,
Mhm.
because Akira Kurosawa, he's like a direct descendant of samurai, which is
Really?
so sick.
That is cool.
I was reading his lineage goes back only 100 years to samurai,
Wow.
or not only, but like you only have
Yeah,
to
you
go
only have to
100
go
years
100
back,
years
which
back
is
and you got a
so
samurai.
cool because like Japan was so isolationist, though, where that really does make sense.
Yep.
That those like kind of not medieval, but like looked upon as ancient practices are
Mhm. So
more,
somewhat modern
Yeah.
in a way.
which
That's-
is so cool when you look at this film as kind of like he's kind of like wrestling with the dark history of samurai,
Yeah.
especially coming out of World War II, where you have imperialist Japan.
Mhm.
The films of Japan would have been propaganda.
Yep.
Of the samurai was a symbol of propaganda.
Yep.
Of this honorable die in battle, kill yourself in battle.
Yep.
And
And that is not at all this movie. I mean, it
No.
is kind of
This
like
film-
kill yourself in battle, but
no,
also,
not even. It glorifies running away.
Yes,
like
it
at the
does.
start, the two buddies, Kanbei and Shiji. I'm just gonna call him.
Okay.
Shiji. Shiji's talking about like how he survived a battle by like hiding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the other guy, I don't remember.
He's like,
who it
"I've
is.
seen this
He's
whole
like,
scene
That's a
before,
good
right?"
strategy.
Yeah.
And it's like it's this challenging of this code, which I think
Mhm.
is so cool to see.
It is really interesting. I wonder how this translates into the Magnificent Seven or movies
Yeah.
like that, because it would have been about like bounty hunters, right? And they don't
Yeah.
have that same prestige.
I think it honestly will all be lost. All that stuff.
Yeah, because I don't know how that would work, unless it's just like cops, like unless it's like the
Mhm.
sheriff.
And going
right?
to
And
that, you
it's-
have the guy taking off his knot. He's cutting his knot off at the start kambe.
Yep.
Which is just that's a big thing in
I mean,
samurai culture. I heard that knot.
I think also kind of showing his disillusionment with like
Mhm.
being a samurai,
And I love that. I
Yep.
love just showing like just the dark history of it. How the bandits, kind of get the vibe that they were samurai. You know, they kind of
Well,
like came from
they
samurai.
when Toshiro brings in all of their gear, right? Like they're recognized as samurai armor,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
And it's so
I
it
love
is
just the
interesting.
there's so many layers of like moral complexity to this, right?
Yep.
So they come in and they're working for free pretty much, but then it turns out these peasants they kill samurai.
Yeah.
They loot them. They're little vultures.
They are.
You know, but then you have it where Toshiro, since he has this perspective of a
Mhm.
farmer and of a samurai, he's able to say, "But samurai, they're like these rapists. There's these
Yeah.
killers." You know,
Yep.
it's awesome.
You say you're so noble, but you're not.
It's
I think Star Wars tried to do that with the prequels a little bit.
Yeah.
They tried to set that
that's
up.
why I like
but they just
fucking
didn't-
episode 8, bro.
They
Because
didn't
you
have the guts to say it until episode 8, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's the bits I like about the prequel. How it's like we're just Star Wars talk now. How it's like I
Well,
like how silly it is. I
Very
like how
clear
silly
connections between Star Wars and this
yeah,
movie.
literally the genre
costumes.
of period pieces in Japan are called jideke.
Yeah,
Which is where
Yeah.
Jedi come from.
and then also like
But
the
that's what-
bandits
that's
wear the
honestly-
like Darth Vader masks.
That's what I love about the prequels is like just the ideas. Like I love how
Mhm.
silly Jedi culture is. I love that.
Yeah,
It's like you can't have sex, you can't have attachments, you
Yeah.
can't do anything. And I love that idea. And I love how episode 8 is the only movie in Star Wars post the prequels that actually tries to build upon something, that actually tries to do something new and say something.
yeah.
Which
One
is-
and criticize, right? Like,
Right.
Which is what I think this like Seven Samurai does for samurai culture, and Star
Mhm.
Wars tries to do a little bit for
Mhm.
Jedi, but like
That's what I love about
Doesn't lean
episode
into
8,
it
man.
enough.
It's like throwing it away. It's like it's looking in the face of culture and heritage and saying there's flaws here.
is it a little too on the nose though to just be?
It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
so, you know what
I guess
you
it's
want.
yeah.
I think it's
I don't
the
know what
most
I want from Star Wars
interesting
anymore.
thing. I want Star Wars to end, dude. Star Wars
I want
shouldn't
Star Wars-
exist. It's all
I want
shit.
Star Wars to be like this. I would love to see Seven
want-
Samurai in
I,
space.
I guess I
Wouldn't
should
that be
watch.
So
I guess I
cool?
should watch Andor before I say anything.
Yeah, Andor is great.
But like Star Wars hasn't done anything cool since episode.
Wouldn't it be
8,
cool
in
to
my
watch
opinion.
Seven Samurai but with Jedi? Just like
Well, they've
an
done that.
exact-
Star Wars in Mandalorian, they did a Seven Samurai
Oh,
exact
that's right.
episode.
Yeah, they did.
But,
But
it's
I would
just
like to see it with
Mandalorian.
Jedi.
Mandalorian's.
I'd like to
nothing,
see it
dude.
with Jedi.
Mandalorian's just an adventure show.
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a Mandalorian hater.
yeah. I can't say I'm a big fan anymore, but I would love to see.
Especially after season 2.
Yeah.
And they also in the Clone Wars show they did a whole Seven Samurai episode too.
That makes sense.
I was reading that one of the alien species is named after Kyozo. Lucas is a big
He is.
samurai nerd.
Yeah.
You love to see it
I love to see that. I love to
Have
see.
you seen, Hidden
where
Fortress?
everything is. No, I need to watch that. I know that
because
is
that's
Star Wars.
It's just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. It opens with like these two peasants, comedy characters who are just R2D2 and
I
C3PO.
love that. I love that. Kurosawa is just like
Yeah.
all movies.
I know. Especially action. He's everything
Yeah.
in action, man. I wrote a paper about this last semester, and he's just so foundational to
Yeah.
action. Everywhere you see him, and it's so cool.
And it's like so deserved, right? Like
Mhm.
you watch this movie and you're like, oh my god, like
And it
this,
makes
like,
sense when you look
changes
at the
everything.
cyclical nature of it. He got inspired by westerns.
Yep.
So he made his films, and because he's always been said he's like the Japanese western director.
Yep.
A lot of western,
Influence. And,
yeah, and like stylistic
Mm-hmm.
decisions, and then you see it directly going back into Western culture.
Yep.
And it's really cool. I love seeing the impact of these.
Fistful of Dollars, just being
Fistful of
Yojimbo.
Dollars. Bug's Life. It's
Bugs
just Seven
Life?
Samurai.
Yep.
It's awesome.
I got to rewatch Bug's Life with the Seven Samurai
Mm.
context.
I wonder if there's like parallels between the characters.
there
That's
there
what-
must be.
That's what I'd be interested to see. Ugh,
I can't even think of a lot of Bug's Life, but I would love to. I would love to rewatch that movie.
I love Bug's Life. Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey's in Bug's Life. Does he play the grasshopper?
Yeah, he's the villain.
Okay, so
Hopper.
that's fine if he plays the villain,
Yeah, he is sick in that film.
and probably in real life, a little sick. He's a sick little boy.
Don't say little boy.
Yeah,
It's uncomfortable. I love the banner in this film though. Seven Samurai. I want to hang that in my room.
That'd be
Very
cool. Which samurai are you? Dead air.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hihachi maybe because he doesn't have any skill. He's just there for the vibes.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm purely there for the vibes.
It's so
I like to be the wood
sad.
cutting one. I'm just hungry. I'm just there
That's
for a
him.
meal.
That's
Yeah,
Hihachi.
yeah.
But I love that line when he dies, and it's like, you said that he would be a treasure in hard times, and the hard times have just begun. It's like, damn,
Uh,
I miss it. Damn you, Kurosawa.
I'd like to learn Japanese just to
Graham.
fully
Get
appreciate.
Graham to give you a crash
Yeah,
course.
to be because I don't know. I always wonder that when I'm watching a movie with subtitles, where I'm
Yeah.
like, how much
Yeah.
of this is actually?
I'll probably try to learn
Accurate.
French, so
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
I've been trying to learn French, and
Just because, being in Canada, it'd be
yeah,
useful.
it'd be useful. And then also I get to appreciate all these French movies a little bit more.
There's a few of them good. You can rewatch
Yeah,
Grand
there's
Illusion.
there's like 2 or 3 good French movies.
You
I
have
think.
to rewatch Grand Illusion. If you
And then we
learn
have to watch
French.
that Umbrella
And
movie
maybe
that
we'll
we
just
recommended.
go crazy for it.
Yeah,
Raw, yeah.
That's the cannibal
Martyrs,
movie?
2008.
Martyrs is French.
It is.
Oh,
French New Extremism.
I'm excited.
Gotta love it.
There's so much. I would like to learn every language in the world, though. It'd be cool to just have that knowledge.
Be cool. Werner Herzog, he knows like so many languages. There's this classic video of him just like listing off all the languages,
languages
he
he
knows. And he gets to French and he's like, I know French, but I refuse to speak it.
It's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah,
So, you know Werner Herzog, right?
I know Werner Herzog.
Funniest guy ever.
I don't think
Him
I've
and
ever
Lynch.
seen a clip with
Oh,
him. But
after this, I'm going to give you the crash course on Werner.
Okay.
Because
I'm
he's the
excited for that.
funniest dude. For all the audience members, go listen. Go watch Werner Herzog talks about how to hypnotize chicken. That's a classic video right there.
that seems great.
So funny.
Does he use chickens in his movies?
I've only seen one of his movies, Bad Lieutenant, Portical, New Orleans.
Okay, that's a long title.
I know. That's the one. I think I sent you the clip forever ago with Nicolas Cage. He's like, his soul is still dancing. or
Oh, that's a
whatever.
Werner Herzog movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's awesome.
That just
dude.
seems like a schlock Nicolas Cage role to me.
It's very schlock.
yeah.
It's weird.
Huh.
All right. Any more Seven Samurai thoughts?
No, I don't think so. I
The
think-
ending, we didn't really talk about the ending.
Yeah, we did. We talked about the
Just how awesome it is. The ending's so good.
whole movie's perfect.
It's like they can't even share in this victory. It's so
No.
cool. It's so mournful. I love the last look Katsushiro gives to the Shino before she runs off into the fields. They're all like cheering and celebrating, and they can't even join in. They
Nope.
wanted to die, but here they are, right?
Still living.
It's like the man, and it says so much about the issues on class and stuff, where the guy who tried to become a samurai, he died pretty much in the pursuit of that, right?
Oh,
Kikucho,
yeah,
you know,
Jashiro.
he can't
Not
even-
not the apprentice guy.
no,
Yeah,
no.
because the apprentice is born into samurai, so I guess.
Yeah,
it's-
he died in
I'd
the
like to know
attempt.
how that works. Like, you can't choose your class, or like,
No,
is it?
it's
very like a
it's
caste
dictated by the
system?
parents. Caste.
Okay, so you're
Stuck for life, baby.
like medieval. Should
We
be
should
more
go back to
medieval
that.
samurai.
We should go back to that.
No,
I think it's sick.
what would you be like based on your parents' roles?
Oh, friggin' construction worker. That'd be
Nice.
sick.
I'd be a lawyer on
That'd
both
be
sides.
sick.
No, that would suck. What about a producer, Jake? Would you be a producer?
Yeah, I would be a producer in historical
No,
Japan.
I'd be a samurai,
Yeah.
dude.
I'd be a knight. I'd be a king.
Yeah, dude.
I just know I would be. I'd be like a Knight's Tale, and I'd be able to prove my
Nice.
worth. And
Sick.
if I'd change my stars, as they say in A Knight's Tale. That
It's
movie
been
should be on
been a
the
while. Been a while.
Criterion.
So, do you own this Criterion?
I do not own this Criterion. Do you own this Criterion?
I do. And
Ethan
it's
owns it. You should have brought it. We could have read from the
I
book
was
and
getting
stuff.
giddy watching it, just being like, damn, I own this shit on Criterion. It's
Yeah.
awesome. The book is so good. That's like where most of my trivia and fun facts,
Nice.
because it's like 8 essays compiled, and it just tackles it from like every perspective. The film,
Hmm.
like from like Kurosawa personal perspective, from a technological perspective, from like cultural, historical. It's a great book. And
Yes,
then
yeah.
the supplements include like just a lot of stuff about Kurosawa and production of the film.
I saw there's like 3 commentaries on the Criterion
Yeah.
channel.
It's sick.
Yeah,
It's excellent. Highly recommend. It's like
I would
one of
highly
these
recommend.
box ones.
Yeah,
So it's like this, but like thicker. It's like
Yeah.
2 Repo Mans
yeah.
in size. So
I think that everybody should watch this movie. Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
everybody should watch this movie.
so good.
It's incredible, and then even to just like recognize like
Mhm.
the origins of a lot of.
This a movie you're going into it 3.5 hour black and white 1954 film. Gonna be
Yeah, but
boring, but it's
you-
so good.
You forget that it's like black and white.
You get
like
so immersed.
yeah, and also like it's been restored so well. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's beautiful through the whole thing.
It's a great restoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. It's probably a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10 as well because it's hard to. I think it's the love thing that kind of
Yeah.
it loses not like its steam
I've heard that's
a
an
little bit.
issue throughout all Kurosawa's work is just like
Woman writing
shallow women characters.
Yeah.
But you know what,
Is there-
even though
Yeah,
it's a great film, it's probably a 10 out of 10. It'll for sure probably be a 10 out of 10 on a rewatch.
yep.
It's
Definitely,
just-
the more
it's
I
an-
watch
it's
this,
an
the more
odyssey,
I like
man.
it.
It's so dope. By
Yeah.
the time you're in that final rain-covered battle, it's just you're there for it, and it's so intense.
And that battle, it's only like 10 minutes. Like
Mhm.
it's the last part of the movie, so you're kind of feeling tired. Even
Yeah.
like
You're feeling that. It's
Yeah.
it's a long, messy battle.
Yep.
It's not clean.
and it
People are falling over. Even Kyozo, he's falling over.
Yep.
The badass guy. It's all very. It almost feels realistic.
yeah in a way like
And I love
in,
how
in
all the
those
kills
scenes
is
there's not a lot of like close-ups. Like it's a lot of
Yeah.
like you just see
so
it from
many
the
wides.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how most of the kills are they knock him off the horse and the villagers come up and stab
get
him
him.
to death.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And I mean that again, kind of highlighting the
Oh man, I forgot to mention this earlier, but the grandma's kill is awesome. Where they have that hostage guy who gives them the location of the fort,
is crazy.
and they're like, "Oh, we can't kill him. We can't kill him.
Yeah.
He's a
Well,
hostage.
No, the villagers are initially like they're going at him. It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
samurai
samurai.
that say we can't kill him.
We can't kill him."
Yeah.
And then the grandma comes in with a fucking like trowel
Yeah.
or like that farming tool, right?
And she's so old.
And they're like,
she's
give her the revenge.
Yeah.
They killed her son.
yeah.
It's awesome. So many great moments like that. It's a
I
comprehensive
love the old people
film.
in this movie. They're so spooky, but like
Did the elder die? I think so, right?
I think
Got burnt to death.
yeah, he wanted to die in his mill.
God bless him.
God bless him.
God bless him.
He's the only one who died in a way that he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. What a film. Jake,
What a film! Is it time to buy some Criterion?
Jake, any thoughts on?
The Seven Samurai. Will you watch it based on our conversation?
Of course, I'm gonna watch it. I love Kurosawa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy today some Kurosawa movies.
Yeah. What
Shout
are you gonna
out.
buy, Jake, specifically?
The Hidden Fortress.
Mhm.
Also saw the Yojimbo Sanjuro collection or the box set of them both.
Oh, there's
so,
a box set. That's dope.
yeah, might pick that up. Should pick up Antichrist because it's kind of essential.
Essential viewing right there.
Yeah.
Only 24 hours.
There wasn't that many other things that I saw though.
You want to search Cronenberg real quick so I can just
Yeah.
say which ones I'm gonna
Naked
get?
Lunch would be sick to buy.
Because I'm just getting all the Cronenbergs.
I saw
It's
Crash on there.
It's a Cronenberg semester. I'm not the craziest on the Crash cover art, but
No,
it's
it's not the
dope.
best.
Boys,
Naked
okay.
Lunch is sick.
so we're getting Scanners, Videodrome, Naked Lunch, The Brood, and Crash. And Dead Ringers, I think is out of print. You want to double check for me?
It's not the old case.
Out of print.
The Scanners one is sick.
It is. So it's like- and Samuel, what are you gonna get?
Well, let me log in.
Man, we're just dick riding hard for.
We're such shills.
We
I mean, they
are.
haven't paid us anything, but we're truly just dick riding for them.
All right, we're checking it out here, people.
Yep. We've just been swapping microphones back and forth.
Yes, we have.
Maybe for.
I have a mic at my place I can bring.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of input is the microphone that you have?
I don't know. I'll have to look
Okay.
when I get home. I'll send a picture or something.
I think we could actually make any of them work. I just
Okay.
have to do some
Yeah.
fiddling around.
I don't know. Yeah, it might be USB. I'm not sure though.
Do I remember the password to my Criterion account? No, apparently not.
I'm gonna read out his password. Just kidding. It's all in dots.
Yeah, it's all dots.
It's all dotted.
Gonna do it another way where I have it saved.
He's got it saved.
This is great content. Should we just end it or
No, this is essential.
this is essential?
This is the.
This is essential.
Yeah,
where
this
I'm
is essential.
logging into everything.
I did
You
not get
said
paid,
that you were
and I have
going
no
to.
money. So
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
we're gonna have to figure it out.
It's only 24 hours, dude.
I know. Does is it? Do you have to pay a lot for shipping?
Not too much. We'll see.
More than you'd think.
You should let me. You should let me order mine with you, and then transfer you, and I'll pay
What's-
for some of the
I've been
shipping.
banned? Why have I been banned from this website? What happened?
We'll do it live.
Dude,
What
they're mad at you
happened?
for making a podcast with their name in it.
Let's see if it works this time. You're being rate limited.
I got got that message too.
What
That
happened?
is- Maybe if we, I don't know.
Wi-Fi here, Sam. It's fucking it.
Maybe it's because
Yeah.
we're all on it.
Yeah, that might be it. We can also go. Wendy's, I've heard, has good Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, I'd be down to go to Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's. We're gonna go check out the Wi-Fi. The
Wi-Fi does have
Wi-Fi.
good Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi. I don't.
Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna buy Ronald Bronstein's movie. I forget what it's called. I think I'm gonna buy Byron Munchkin because I love Terry Gilliam's Brazil.
You know that movie?
I haven't seen
the
it.
Baron?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm
We
only
watched like.
I only blind buy Criterions. That's my thing.
That's
is I
good.
blind buy them.
I can't get behind it.
It's
like,
a
that's
lot of
the-
money for
the
a blind,
Adventures
but
of Baron.
yeah, I really want to watch
Dude,
that
we
one.
watched that on Mushrooms the other day.
You did? Oh, okay.
We watched like the first 30 minutes. Yeah, do you remember that? It's like the play, and all of a sudden there was all the very large people. Dude, I'll have to show you. We
Okay.
watched like the first 30 minutes because I was like, this would be crazy on Mushrooms.
Maybe we can do an
Right at the beginning, when Matt got there, is the first thing we watched.
before. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the podcast, but
yeah.
Next week, believe we are hitting the Lady Vanishes. I think it is.
Yeah.
Potential Graham cameo.
This shit is important.
Yeah. Our first like real guest.
are you a
maybe.
fan of This Is Important, the podcast?
Of course I am. This shit is important.
We're
Yeah, the
always-
podcast is dope. We're back at it. We're
back.
gonna try to do 2 a week. I think.
2 a week. I think that's manageable.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna do the
I love doing this. This is really fun.
Yeah, me too. I don't think I'm gonna do the animations every week. I think I'm just gonna put up
yes.
for the YouTube just like the
This was a
poster and the
great app.
image.
We almost got an hour.
Yeah,
Good discussion. I think really great discussion.
great discussion all the way around.
And some great like, humanizing moments where we realized the sale was live.
That was great.
This is
That
gonna
was
go
great.
down, guys. Critterpit Nation.
Critterpit Nation.
This is going down
It's a revolution.
in
We're
history.
now exiting the Critter Pit.
Okay, guys, we're leaving the Critter Pits. See y'all.